The thing that struck me the most about tonight, and I think we forget this, Rachel, I think we don't emphasize it often enough. Donald Trump is a man who has embraced immoral lying all of his life. He has been a liar throughout his adult life, in every aspect of his life, whether it's adultery or whether it's his business practices. He came into the White House seeing lying as an important part of his job, that he could lie about things and get away with it. And what is stunning about tonight is that his daughter said he was lying. His attorney general said he was lying. The people who replaced his attorney general said he was lying. Homeland Security said he was lying. All of these people said he was lying. And like rats off a sinking ship, they ran for the hills. And then he just got immoral people around him and thought he could get away with the ultimate lie of all. This is a liar. And the sad thing is that he's fooled so many people in this country, and that we're at this place where he's actually considered a viable candidate to lead this country again. It's astounding.
Claire, one of the things that I found myself thinking about tonight, maybe I should have thought about this sooner, is there being sort of two levels of risk with having somebody who's willing to use the presidency for personal aims or for inappropriate aims, right? That the powers of the presidency are immense, and the esteem of the job is eminently soilable in terms of what we need a U.S. presidency for in the world. And so to have somebody who wants to use the presidency for bad ends is a dangerous thing. There's a different kind of danger, though, which is that when the country needs a president, to have somebody who will not do what a president needs to do to defend the country, to defend the Constitution, to defend our system of government, to have somebody who not only is a bad actor, but who cannot or will not do what only a president can do in moments of national security, violent crisis. That is a different kind of risk. That's a different kind of harm that could be done. And Liz Cheney talked about that tonight in a way that put evidence together in a way that we haven't heard before. And I just wanted to get your reaction to that tonight.
You will hear that leaders on Capitol Hill begged the president for help, including Republican leader McCarthy, who was, quote, scared, and called multiple members of President Trump's family after he could not persuade the president himself. Not only did President Trump refuse to tell the mob to leave the Capitol, he placed no call to any element of the United States government to instruct that the Capitol be defended. He did not call his Secretary of Defense on January 6th. He did not talk to his Attorney General. He did not talk to the Department of Homeland Security. President Trump gave no order to deploy the National Guard that day, and he made no effort to work with the Department of Justice to coordinate and deploy law enforcement assets.
The president took no action to defend the U.S. Capitol that day. And we can talk about his motive for that in terms of whether or not this was the intentional violence that he set out to create and was therefore enjoying it. But once the country was at that level of threat, Vice President Pence tried to call in all of those assets to defend the country. The president made no call for any of them to do anything to stop the harm. Does that resonate in a new way today after this hearing?
I think it does. I think Americans, as partisan as we are right now, we saw it with Ukraine. There is still a desire that at moments of crisis, we want a president to bring us together. We really do. And a moment of crisis, and I can picture Trump, because I know exactly that dining room. I know exactly how he was sitting there watching a bank of television screens. He watched them break those windows. He watched them attack police officers. This was the president of the United States watching Capitol police officers be attacked and violence and someone being shot. And he thinks it's a good thing for him. He sees the world only through what he can get. and what he can have and how good he looks. He doesn't care about anything else. And that's the sad thing. All these people think he cares about them. He doesn't care about them. He's a liar. He's immoral. And he refuses to lead a nation that desperately needed him to step up that day. I thought it was really powerful the way she put it that day. And I don't ever recall hearing that he never talked to anyone.
Exactly. I think we had intimations to that effect. We had the worrying hole in the White House call records, all these hours where we didn't know what happened. But hearing her definitively say he placed no call to any element of the U.S. government to defend the U.S. Capitol, that is new. Claire, thank you.